welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel. We are glad to have you here. If while watching this video you like it and you want to click the like button, feel free, go ahead. If you want to subscribe to our channel, you can do that anytime you'd like as well. We'd love to have you here as part of the family. What does Captain Marvel, Rotten Tomatoes, and Chick-fil-A all have in common? They are all under the microscope of the left and especially social justice activists. Captain Marvel has Brie Larson at the forefront of the first female-led comic movie by Marvel, and Brie has been very busy during the promotional era highlighting her opinion of white men, which she doesn't give much credence to, as well as many feminist angles of the movie and why it should be supported for that feminism. Most people following the story know that Rotten Tomatoes, in the week before Captain Marvel's release, they dropped their want-to-see meter that had plummeted to at least 27% before being taken down. Then, after the movie was released and the reviews started coming out, the review scores for the film by the Rotten Tomatoes subscribers, not the official critics, but the regular people, they had been bouncing around like a slot machine in Las Vegas. If you click refresh on their site, you might discover anywhere from 4,000 reviews with 32% like factor, all the way up to 50,000 views and 53% like factor for the movie. Are all these problems with Rotten Tomatoes' website a mere coincidence in timing with the release of this film? And how many coincidences does it take before you recognize it's not a coincidence? Now let's get to the last piece of this puzzle, Chick-fil-A. This is the fast food restaurant famous for delicious chicken, being closed on Sundays, and owners who support biblical marriage, which does not include society's latest iteration that has men marrying men and women marrying women. This put them at the center of a PR firestorm that the owners took on with their chins up and their dignity locked in, promising to always treat each customer with dignity and excellent service regardless of their marital status. And when they were tested on this, and they were tested on it a lot, the activists not only never caught Chick-fil-A being disrespectful, but instead, some of the activists were so horrible in their homemade selfie videos berating Chick-fil-A employees that the activists actually found themselves getting fired and being shunned on social media. The whole boycott of Chick-fil-A by the activists actually landed up boosting awareness about the restaurant, and business has been nothing but upward and onward without even a speed bump. Again, what do these three things have in common? Captain Marvel is a Marvel Comic Universe film, coming in after 10 years of movies laying the groundwork. And that groundwork's pretty solid, with even the weaker films being entertaining, and the good ones being really good. So, the so-called trolls came after Captain Marvel in a way that they felt was fair response to the way Brie Larson had attacked them. And Rotten Tomatoes appears to have laid cover aplenty for the film, sacrificing their integrity for all to see in a way that hasn't been experienced from a major company in such a public view. But here's the kicker. In the first 2 days that the movie was released, it made over $61 million, regardless of the cover from Rotten Tomatoes and regardless of the so-called trolls' attacks. This is directly tied to the quality product that MCU has built up. And yes, many people are finding that the film is very bland and forgettable, but there hasn't been a lot of complaints of people saying that they regret seeing it for the first time. They just don't want to see it again. Chick-fil-A overcame their trolls the same way, by creating a base of great products and customer care. So much so that even the boycotters found their way back inside, nibbling away at a superior tasting meal that is delivered quickly. The point is this: social justice warriors can't destroy something that has a quality product unless they do it to themselves. Rotten Tomatoes will never be as trusted again as they were before Captain Marvel, because at least since Solo: A Star Wars Story, they've been chipping away at their quality, messing with the scores, tweaking them here and there. Self-inflicted wounds. Brie Larson committed plenty of self-inflicted wounds on herself too, and only time will tell how that plays out. But Marvel just released another bland movie. Not a bad movie, but a bland one. And there are others that fare the same way in the last 10 years of their history. But it wasn't the feared full-tilt identity politics that Brie Larson had been pitching, and that has seriously dented Star Wars enthusiasm since The Last Jedi. If you make a good product and you have a good chance to survive, Get Woke, Go Broke is always waiting for the next person to self-inflict the damage. Treat the customer right, and they will remember. Treat them like sheep, to be pushed around, and they're going to remember that too. Thanks for sticking around. We hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you got something out of it. Like we said before, if you wanna give it a like, yay! If you wanna share, that would be really cool. If you wanna subscribe, you're always welcome here. Thanks for checking in. Bye.